3, in 2, in 1. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
Have a Sierra Hazy IPA, all right? What are we doing right now?
We're crying.
Yes, we are.
Why are we crying, Eric?
I'm crying.
You're crying.
I'm crying inside. I am so thankful for the wonderful music and the inspiration and the journey
That Stevie Nicks brought you?
Yes, very much so. With a bottle of cranberry juice on a skateboard.
Oh, Dogface.
That's right.
Shout out to Dogface.
All right, man. You did it. Yeah. No, seriously. Eddie Van Halen. That guy and his music and the whole Van Halen band and Alex and David Lee Roth and Michael Anthony. Those guys, man, they were the original rock act that broke out of the mold of kind of this 60s cerebral classic rock and said, let's have a good time, let's let our hair down.
These are the same guys that played in
let's party hard,
the Revolution.
And let's go for it.
Right?
Which Revolution?
Prince and the Revolution.
I don't know, did they?
I think they did. I don't know too much about 80s rock.
No.
You know, I think it sucks.
Eddie Van Halen played guitar, probably for Michael Jackson, and I think it was Beat It. But anyways, the point being is, the music that they created moved a generation, and it was okay to be a misfit who just wanted to have a good time and party and have fun, and that music opened that door, and it united people, and there was always a smile on Eddie's face. And he seemed like such a great guy, and he inspired me and so many of my friends and so many people in my generation. And I just want to say thank you, Eddie. Thank you for the memories, and thank you for the inspiration and the beautiful music that you leave behind.
Well, after all that, Eric, you're making podcasts in a garage.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. And for the moment here, I'm having a moment where I'm saying thank you. Because, damn... some beautiful music came out of that guy and that trio, or that foursome, even with Sammy Hagar too. So thanks, guys, for all that wonderful music, and thank you, Eddie, and you will be missed.
I've never heard any of their music, Eric.
I'm sure you have.
Are they good? Can we play? We probably can't play a sample. We'd probably get sued.
We'd probably get sued, and they tell us that take that shit down. And
no, I'm kidding. I know exactly who these people are, and I do appreciate their music. And as somebody who didn't grow up in the '80s,
let me tell you something.
Are you talking over me again? This isn't the.
I wouldn't do that.
Presidential debate.
No, it's not.
Episode, Eric.
No,
we've moved past that.
That's right.
But I do appreciate the man and what he's done. And I'll never forget that scene in... Really You're doing it again, goddammit.
That was so much fun.
I can't focus.
We had to.
It was fun. The scene in Back to the Future.
Which one?
Where he shows up in his yellow suit, hazmat suit, and he takes out the cassette and it says Edward Van Halen. Edward Van Halen.
Yes.
And then it's like... and
he's like... Dude. Yes.
Yeah, dude. That shit is...
Yes.
Is legendary.
Yes. That guitar style and that guitar sound came on the scene and nobody knew what to do.
Yep.
Just go... Yeah!
Well, when I got here, you were playing the music and I saw a single tear run down your cheek.
Yep.
You can cry now if you want to.
Thank you.
But you know what?
What?
He's in a better place.
Oh,
playing guitar next to Tupac and all of them other Harambe and all them.
Oh, yeah.
Who else? Who else is up there, Eric?
Oh, God.
David Bowie.
Kurt Cobain.
Oh, man. Kurt Cobain.
I think all of Alice in Chains now.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Oh, God. A lot of those guys are gone. Chester from Linkin Park, Chris Cornell, Soundgarden, and Audio Slave. Layne Staley was from Alice in Chains. Yes, that's who it was. A lot of rock stars. They live the hard life. They party hard, and it all comes back to you eventually.
It's your job as a parent, Eric, to expose your children to this music so that they may live on.
You know what's crazy is my son has been listening to stuff off of Van Halen 2 and 1984
Vanilla Ice
for the past 2 months on his own.
Nice.
And he's really into it. He's been playing it for like, seriously, hardcore for like a week. He walks around the house and he's like, Dad, you know this song, right? You know that song, right? He's playing Panama and Jump and Hot for Teacher and all these songs. I'm like, yeah, dude, right on.
Then you on the...
And then Eddie dies. It's like so... at least in my little universe, there's like something going on there. So,
and then you like, let me put you on Game Son, and you put on Pantera. That's the next step for him.
Yeah, he has some stuff.
And then Judas Priest,
Mudvayne, and Seven Dust, and
then Lamb of God.
Yes.
And then Slayer.
And
then you got to just keep going and going and going.
Hey, you know what? They had a top 10 list that just came out. My dad sent it over to me. Eddie Van Halen is obviously in there, but guess who else is in there? Top 10 list.
Stevie Nicks.
Dimebag Darrell.
Oh my God! What about who's the other guy from? Is it Motorhead?
No,
not Motorhead.
Motorhead wasn't in there. It was
you know what I'm talking about?
God, his name is. Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
Come on, Eric. I know you know his fucking name. He wears the hat with
Yeah.
Oh my God! I
remember when Motorhead came out. They were okay with both the rock circle and the punk circle. You could be a punk or you could be a rocker and listen to them.
Would you say their music deserves to be up there?
Sure.
Them or the Ramones?
You know what? They're classic in their own way, but they're not like guitar gods. We're talking about guitar gods here. They're like.
Well, Dimebag Darrell is definitely a guitar god.
Solos like that, you know? I mean, come on.
Can you play like that, Eric?
No.
You know what? But you're a killer.
But I can slap at the bass.
Yeah. Shout out to Primus.
Les Claypool. Geddy Lee. Flea. You know, all those guys. Yeah. Brian Bromberg. A lot of jazz musicians.
Nice.
But no, who are the top 10 guitarists? I could pull it up, but Joe Satriani was in there. Steve Vai was in there. Dimebag Darrell. Eddie Van Halen. Jimi Hendrix. Jimmy Page. There was a few. And
you know, I've been watching the new series Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy Johnny Lawrence, he obviously plays a lot of 80s music. You know, and when he takes in the little dude, Miguel, I think is his name, he introduces him to music, you know, 80s rock. And then in the next episode, he comes back and his phone rings and he has, 80s rock music playing. I'm sorry, I don't know what song it was, but he's like, oh, that's da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, oh yeah, I just, when you brought up that song or the band about 80s music, I went down this full-on rabbit hole and I discovered all this 80s rock and it's just the greatest, isn't it? And in my head, I thought like, dude, that's so awesome that they're doing that, because a lot of kids this day and age don't really think about it, or maybe they hear it from their dad or their uncle.
I don't know. I'm thinking my son may have like heard a lot of stuff that I play, but he's picked up on a lot of stuff that I didn't play for him. And I was like, all right. He's listening to like 70s, 80s, and 90s rock.
Well, that's kind of how I was too. When my dad, he used to play a lot of, my dad loves disco. He loves everything. My dad is, yeah. And one day he just happened to play, I forget what song it was, but then I started from the 80s and worked my way down as far as, the 70s, 60s, and then worked my way back up. And I even showed him some music that he didn't know. And it's just nice to discover stuff that, he's never heard.
There's lots of gems out there. And I'll tell you what, for those of you who haven't listened to Van Halen's music, I think just about everybody has. But if you haven't, check it out. They've called Eddie Van Halen the Mozart of guitar.
No way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was at that level. I mean, his compositions and his schooling and what his prodigy arranging notes was unmistakable. Not just the steady rock stuff, but listen to some of his acoustic guitar ballads and some of the other changes and transitions in the music. You'll see it. You'll hear it.
So does anybody come close to this god?
To me, Joe Satriani. and Steve Vai.
You've told me about Joe Satriani.
You've
told me
Joe
about him.
Satriani.
Everybody wants to work with him. He's like the hot thing.
He's an amazing guitar
And you're like,
player.
he's so hot too.
Oh yeah,
And
just
I'm like,
totally.
oh,
He's like me. He
Jesus Christ, Eric,
doesn't have
come
any
on.
hair. We're hairless together.
Why don't you just slide into his DMs?
That sounds so delicious.
Wow. So he will be missed.
Yes,
And
he will be missed,
His memory will live on.
but his legacy lives on. And one of the biggest things about him, he always had a smile on his face.
Wait,
Such
so
a gentle soul.
because I don't know the history of this band, because I'm a dumb millennial, or maybe I do know. I just want to ask a question. So
not that I have all the answers.
Is the band named after him? Because
That's their last name, Edward Lodewijk Van Halen,
Where's he from?
from Vanland,
Where's that?
from Van Helsingland.
So
He's American.
He's an American.
He's the
guitarist.
Yeah, and his
they've
drummer Alex, or his brother Alex was the drummer.
Oh, cool. But they've replaced lead singers, right?
They really had too many lead singers. David Lee Roth was like the first half of their career, and then Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker.
Okay, Sammy
also
Hagar, I do know.
a great musician.
So who was better, David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar?
David Lee Roth is the original Van Halen. That's the Van Halen I grew up with, but I also listened to all of Sammy Hagar Van Halen too. It was good too. 5150, 0812, and some of the other albums. It was good stuff. It's all good music, man. But behind it, you got that Mike Anthony rhythm section, the Alex on the drums, and Eddie doing his Mozart on guitar.
Looks like you want to cry, Eric. You can go ahead and cry.
Yeah, you know what? When all the people that you grew up with, all the musicians you grew up start dying, and they die young. But 65, I don't know. I guess these days that's considered not old. But
he was 65.
I'm just gonna wait till I die, and I'm gonna hopefully see all them on the other side.
I hope
they're
so,
gonna have
too.
a big fucking party in heaven or wherever it is.
What about an orgy?
Might be that too. It's not just
Just
guys
hope your
who die.
wife's not up there with you, because then
Yeah.
she won't let you.
Yeah, right. Eric!
Where the hell is Eric? Just follow the fucking guitar solo.
That's right.
I can smell him.
Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the magic. Thanks for the inspiration. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for everything and for touching my heart.